Can you tell us about how you think you'll fit in the zone blocking, the wide zone blocking scheme that the Browns are going to run? And can you size up your kind of view of the switch they want you to make to left tackle?
Right. So I think I'll fit in perfectly fine with the wide zone scheme. At Alabama, we ran multiple different types. So I did just about everything, and wide zone was in our packages. So I feel like I'm doing nothing but adapt easy and just learn the plays and get to work. As far as switching to the left side, I think it's something that's going to be in the best interest for the team. I predict it's coming very soon. So it's going to be something on me to get to work and kind of learn that position.
Even though he was at right tackle at Alabama, I've heard a lot of people, even Nick Saban, make the point that he was protecting the blind side because Tua is a lefty.
Right.
So is there something about the mentality of protecting a blind side that you're happy he has under his belt? Is there anything to that?
Yeah. I would say yes, I am. I do think these offensive linemen take it very, very personally when their player gets past them and hits the quarterback. And I think when you're tasked with protecting the blind side of a quarterback, you're tasked with blocking a guy who, if you get beat, the QB may not see it. So I think it's a big deal, and I think it's something mentality-wise you will get from Jedrick. This guy's a tough dude.
Jed knew coming into this process that there were a number of teams that would have asked him to make that switch. So one of the things that he talked about is with his on-field work, once everything really shut down, he would divide it really 60-40 left tackle versus right tackle. Now, one of his frustrations that he mentioned is, not being able to do it under particular supervision just because of the distance. But he really has taken the initiative to begin some of that prep work on his own. So it's really a credit to him, and it's a credit to his drive. Some physical reprogramming or gaining a little bit of comfort, but from our perspective with Jed, the reason that he was playing the right side of Alabama is because they had a very successful left-handed quarterback. But in terms of the actual physical skill set, his feet, his athletic ability, his ability to pass protect, all of those are top notch from our perspective, and we think that he could really play either side of the line of scrimmage.
I do think we will have the opportunity to work virtually with Jedrick. It won't be ideal, like getting your hands on him, like you said, but I'm really confident in Coach's ability, just in a setting, explaining what he wants to see, and there's various ways, and we're figuring them out, and we're getting creative about how we're sending the guys video of different drills and different techniques that they can do. So I believe we'll be able to get that done, and I'm confident because I think Jedrick is he's already on the way to doing those things. I mean, he's like I mentioned, he's been well coached. He's been in a left side stance before, so I think it's just going to be the muscle memory over and over. We're going to have to be creative with this piece of Jedrick's development, just like all of our players, quite honestly. Our coaches are thinking long and hard about different ways to develop the guys virtually, remotely, and there are ways to do it, and we're going to make sure we exhaust all the ones we can within the framework of the rules.
You mentioned Bill Callahan and the Tyron Smith connection. So how strong was Bill in his belief that Jedrick can do this well, the move from right tackle to left tackle, and how much of a factor was his voice?
Sure. Well, I don't want to put too much on Bill because I think that would be unfair. But we certainly weighed his opinion pretty heavily, in this group, and he absolutely felt confident that this was something that was possible and that Jedrick could do. Now again, that doesn't mean it's going to be flawless, but I think he has a strong belief that Jedrick's capable of doing this, and that definitely weighed heavily. I mean, if he had come to us and said, "Listen, this is highly unlikely that he could make such a transition," then I don't think he would have been the top guy on our board.